Every now and then you end up going to a city that you're like, this place should not exist. Like, shouldn't exist. And if I had to name one, Spokane, Washington. I don't know if you guys know the city of Spokane, Washington. That's a bad place, in my opinion. It's one of those places that you go to, you look around, you're like, everyone here is in witness protection, for sure. There's no way they're here by choice. I was there back in 2019. I did a gig there. It was fine. And then after the gig, I went and I took the bus, the Greyhound bus, one of America's best methods of transportation. And I was on the bus minding my business. And I don't know if you've been on a Greyhound bus before. It really changes you, like on the inside and sometimes on the outside, if you're unlucky. And I was looking at my phone, just minding my business, and I looked up and I saw two guys wearing green uniforms walking down the aisle. And then one of them was like, "Oh, you don't look like you're from here." And I was like, that's a fucking compliment if I heard one. Like, thank you. Yeah, sure. And then he was like, "Do you have an ID?" And I was like, "Here you go." And he was like, "Do you have any other papers?" I gave him my immigration papers at the time. And then he was like, "Do you have a passport?" And I was like, "Sir, this is a bus. Like, at no point are we gonna leave the ground. I hope so. You know, you never know at Greyhound." And then we stepped outside. Turns out these guys were Border Patrol. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that boy band. And me and with the boys, we hung out outside. We talked for a bit, mostly about very progressive topics. And one of the things they said to me, they were like, "Oh, the papers you gave us, they could be fake." And I was like, "They could also be real." You know, like, I'm a glass half full type of guy. And they kept questioning me about like all sort of stuff. And then I didn't know what to do. Like, this is getting too much. I should say this next line. And I said, "Hey guys, you gotta let me go right now because what you're doing, you're violating my constitutional rights." And they were like, "Which ones?" And I was like, "I don't know, top 5. Whichever those are the good ones, those are the ones." And after a while, they let me go back on the bus. I was very frustrated at the time because that happened, so I went and I vented on social media about it, just a vent. I didn't expect much of it. And I put my phone on the side, and then I look back at it, and I was like, Jesus, there's so many people replying to me. There were like some few famous people, some politicians, and there's like thousands of people. And I didn't know what to do with it at the time because I was like, you know, on one hand, I love attention. And yeah, there is no other hand. And sometimes people will send me nice stuff. They're like, "Oh, so sorry this happened to you." And sometimes people will say stuff to you that are the type of things you expect them to say. You know, the hits, like, they would be like, "If you don't like it here, go home." And I'm like, that is why I'm on the bus, trying to go home. Sometimes people send you death threats, which is completely fine by me. You can find me tonight, send me one. Engagement is engagement. I'll take it. Just don't make it long. I hate when people send me paragraphs. I'm like, you're not going to make me read. Like, get to the point. Hate should be efficient, in my opinion. And one guy did. One guy I really appreciated. He sent me one line, and all it said was, "You're not funny. Kill yourself." And I was like, don't say not funny. Like, why would you say that? Well, the kill yourself part, I'm gonna pass on that, if that's okay with you. I'm not gonna do that. Because it seems like you hate me. I don't. Like, you want me gone, and you want me to do it? Like, that doesn't make any sense. You come and do it. Why are you giving me homework? That doesn't make any sense. I was like, this just seems like another example of a job that an immigrant has to do because an American won't. And I'm not here to do your work for you, so come here and kill me. And he never did, by the way. Lazy, if you ask me. But this was on the news because I talked to a few journalists, and it was on the news back in 2019 for like a week or two, which was fine, but every headline read the same thing. All it said was, comedian Mohanad was traveling for work on the Greyhound bus. And I was like, just say traveling. Why are we doing this to me? Not the whole country needs to know that I'm broke. My family back home, do you think I'm doing super well? Why are you doing this to me? Just say traveling. If you Google my name tonight, that's the first thing that shows up. That I was on a Greyhound bus and spoke. Why is that my legacy? I've done so much since then. I would do anything to change that. I will kill someone tonight if I have to. Anyway.